these skies have a different light, white noise that keeps me up at night. I can't help but think back to you. I wish that I could find a face that I would recognize. I replay the memory of you. It's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling home to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you, but I'm coming home. Hold on to my embrace, this time I promise it won't break. I'm hoping that things haven't changed. Life took us far apart, but it never took away my heart. Have you been holding it safe? 'Cause it's been hard, you know I wanted to stay, caught us off guard, but there was no other way. Did you wait? 'Cause I've been counting the days, and I'm calling up to say I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. And I know that it's hard with you, but I'm coming home. I'm coming home. We'll stay up till morning and head out.
Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to the Grenadier Auction Rooms. Of course, here today for our mortgagee auction, 65 St Luke Street in Woolston, marketed by Mr Tristan Harcourt from the City team. We've got a few formalities to take you through before we get into the auction itself. My name is Ned Ellison, a pleasure to be here as your auctioneer. I remind you, with being a mortgagee, that we do have a special notice that I'll go through in just a moment, but we also work under that best practice guide for auctions set out by the REA. You're required to complete one of these bidding forms. If you haven't done so already, please talk to Tristan. He has those available, and if you are successful in purchasing, we'll provide you with one of these REA guides as well before you sign that sale and purchase agreement. Being a mortgagee auction, though, this auction is being conducted in accordance with particulars and conditions that have been approved by the mortgagee and available for inspection by all interested parties during the period leading up to this auction at our office. A copy of those particulars and conditions is available in the auction room down the back on the tables there. These particulars and conditions do contain some special provisions that have been included because the vendor is selling under a power of sale that it holds as mortgagee of the property. Whilst these particulars and conditions are believed to be normal for mortgagee sales, they do nonetheless depart from standard terms and conditions. Prospective purchasers are advised that if you haven't made yourselves fully familiar with the particulars and conditions, you need to do so immediately, as the successful bidder will be deemed to have been bidding on the basis of those terms and conditions. No Harcourt's agent will be bidding on the property in their own right today. I also point out that you are purchasing here today an estate in fee simple containing 550 square metres, more or less. It's Lot 10 Depositor Plan 402805 in the Canterbury Land Registry. You'll also be well aware that no chattels are included in today's sale. We do offer the property for sale subject to a reserve price, subject to that reserve price being reached and our instructions. The highest bidder will be the next owner. In the event of an unlikely dispute, I as the auctioneer will determine that dispute and go back to the last undisputed bid. If one of my licensed colleagues is bidding on behalf of a buyer, I will name and identify them as well at the time that occurs. On top of that, if you are successful, you are required to pay a 10% deposit of the purchase price, in this case going to the solicitor's trust account at the completion of the auction immediately, and also, of course, sign that sale and purchase agreement. Settlement date, that'll be 15 working days from today, being the date of the auction, and the interest rate for late settlement is set as being 20% per annum. The purchaser acknowledges that the property is sold subject to existing tenancies or occupations, if any, including holding over by the mortgagor, and that that the vendor shall not be under any obligation, of course, from there. Nothing in the nature of that fixture and chattel, again, included, and the risk and insurance component of things, the property will remain at the sole risk of the vendor until 1 working day from today, again being the date of the auction. The vendor is not bound to point out any boundaries or survey pegs of the property, and no error, omission or misdescription of the property or to the title shall annul the sale or entitle either party to compensation, and no requisitions or objections of the title of the property, again, will be received or entertained. So those are the formalities. 65 St Luke Street here in Woolston, 3-bedroom property up for grabs, offered as is, where is. Buyers, we are very much in your hands. We look for an opening bid. Start me where? What do we say and do? To get things off and going, what is the number to get things moving? You tell me. Off we go. Thank you, sir. $200,000, maybe $250,000 the next step to take, but $200,000, have it on the back wall. First call for St Luke Street, twice at just $200,000. Anything more? Third final then at $200,000 to 50's better, John. $250,000, your bid, sir, at $250,000. Would you say 300 or more? Have 250. Good luck to you. 260, working 10 if we need to at $260,000. Suggest 300 is the next step, but you tell me. Amanda working with a buyer on the phone there from the team. 300 with you, was it, John? Yes, $300,000. John Fulton also from the Harcourts team bidding there at $300,000. Buyer on the telephone though at 300 in the corner and in front. 320 and back they come. Not over yet. Do we go with a further 20 at 340? Sir, John, rest of the room down the back, you tell me. But 320, bid here to beat. First at $320,000. Twice at 320. Where was that? Down with you, sir. Sorry, it's hard with the masks, but have you there. $340,000 new face in it. 50 comes back immediately though at the 3.5. 60 with a further 10 at $360,000. 70 if there's a hand up there. 75 even better at 375. Who lunges for 400? Is it here, sir? 375 there bid. First call at 375. Twice at 375. Mander against you here. John 2 at 375. A further 10. Do we try 85 then? Third final. 400. 400. Thank you, Amanda. Love the timing at $400,000. Okay, $403,000. Precision at 403. 410 and rounded off nicely at $410,000. So you just tell me what the next number is. I'm sure I'll guess wrong. 13? A baker's dozen at $413,000. Do you round me off at 20? At 413. Behind but only by 3 for the first call. 420. Amanda does so at $420,000. Only at 420. 22, 4 and double 2, look for that 430. For the first call at 422, twice at $422,000, 30 and there they are, at $430,000. Your turn, I believe, sir. Or down here at $430,000. On the phone, Amanda in front and in charge at 430. Shelley, can I have some instructions on the telephone, please? Bidders here, $430,000. It's against you there and in the corner, and with my opening bidder at $430,000. Once called. Twice. Is there better? Third final at $430,000. Still here. Further interest is there? Shelley? Okay, having a conversation. Amanda, your bid is in front at 430. Gentlemen, is there further before we pause? We'll be doing so if need be. Anything more I work with? Hesitating? Okay, having that conversation off to the side. In front over here.
never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell.
Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, need to hear that voice, cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you.
I'll never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell.
An update, ladies and gentlemen. The bid stands at $430,000 with our buyer on the telephone. We've had instructions from the bank that the property will be sold at $430. If there's no bidder, no further bidding, I put the hammer down. I give you one last opportunity. Very much for sale, very much selling at $430,000. Is there another 5, 2, 3, call it out, or we go for the first call at $430,000 with certainty in play? Do we come back with even 1,000 more at 431? Gentlemen, back row, twice at $430,000. Further interest is there? Indication, please. Third final at $430. One more. Do you have a go? Or it goes on the phone at $430. It is going. Sold here. Thank you to our buyer down on the phone there. Well done to them. Thank you, Tristan, as well. The bank's instructions. Cedric, appreciate your work. Shelley, too.
It's true.